Hey, what's up, fam? I'm actually extremely curious to know if anybody else doesn't believe that this chapter is legit. And I say that because it's very strange seeing whenever Gauche gets character development. I still can't pronounce his name. It's just it's such a weirdly spelled name. It's either Gotch or Gosh or Gash, Gonch, whatever. We'll just go with Gotch until I eventually just look up how they pronounce it in the dub or some shit. Either way, the fact that he got some character development in this chapter, which was pretty nice. He's had some bits obviously throughout the series, but his are, I would say, within the Black Bulls the most minimal. It's probably because with this character having any real changes, like heavy changes, are gonna be really significantly showing for his character and be way too much of an alteration of just the way that he's been designed and the way he's presented versus someone like Luck, who instead kind of understood people on top of being his crazy wanting to battle all the time self, kind of looking at it and saying like these are my the people that I can fight with as friends and continue everything, enjoying what he enjoyed as a character, but doing so with others. So it wasn't just him. It was a little bit with Droy, the elf that took over Gosh's body, and you can actually see him just kind of give up at this point. There was definitely a moment of, well, it's kind of over for me. But for the chapter itself, there was actually something really interesting within there, uh, deep lore wise that we found out. Because obviously we have the flashback of the day that the elves were massacred. You had the big magic circle appear above them, and all these, assuming light arrows or blades or something, rushing down, killing them. It was just a mystery. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that they weren't able to use their magic. But on top of that, there was the whole issue with the elves disliking the royalty of the human kingdoms, having a problem with them specifically in royalty. And we actually find out a lot about that in this issue. And that is, once the magic circle's over them, the thing that was messing with them seems to be that they were draining magic and just kind of weakening the elves while strengthening themselves, and that being partially why noblemen within the Black Clover world, at least within the Clover Kingdom, have naturally high mana, is because they kind of like stole it and integrated into themselves from the elves. And the only thing apart about that, I found a little bit weird is that they're like trying to talk about how it's unthinkable that a human, anything but a human, could have magic that powerful. It's like I feel like these elves have been around a lot longer than you, dude. Calm down. I bet they've been mastered magic long before you. But Droid kind of just being really beside himself, and you know the way that he kind of saw all the humans versus the other elves we've seen is he had this vision of them just being kind of like this grotesque, evil, petty, villainous creature that being humans, and how he hated them so much and how he just wanted nothing to do with them, wanted them all gone. But at the same time, he's noticed that these humans that are in the Black Bulls, Asta and Henry, Gordon, Gray, all of them, they don't give off that feeling at all. They don't seem like that at all. They just kind of seem like they're people, and they're in battle now, but they care about their comrades, and they aren't being they have like no like cruelty and like negative ferocity just in this. They and I thought that was really cool with Droid's character as he acknowledged that, and once he realized that he himself had been wrong this whole time, he just kind of surrenders in this situation, to which Asta is able to get in the charged Demon Destroyer sword to undo the spell on it of the resurrection spell, and undoing what was done to Droid, in which that was able to bring Gosh back. And Droid just seems kind of, you can tell that his character, he felt pretty bad that even though he had this belief, when he realized that his belief was definitely based on some form of falsehood that he accepted what was going on and kind of just let things proceed how it was with Asta dispelling him. And I don't know, I thought it was a pretty interesting moment for his character and really made him seem uh less of a villain and more just an antagonist that was, a big misunderstanding. When you just see Gotch talking to them and being like, I don't want to be I don't really trust any of you. Don't want to be associated with any of the other members of the Black Bulls. You guys shouldn't trust a scumbag like me. But he's grateful to them, and they can, see right through his bullshit that he's just, being that tsundere, going from being an asshole to being a tsundere. It's pretty nice. And then right when that kind of happens, everybody from the glamour world, that being the dream world that Rave, the elf that took over Dorothy's body, put him in, and we remember that Sally ended up outsmarting her and figuring out a way for them to escape. And once that happens, they got like Zora and Noelle coming in. So you have all the younger members of the Black Bulls other than Finral there, and everyone's just kind of meeting back up, being lively, getting ready to meet up with Yami to hopefully aid him in the fight against all the other big elves. Now, I still don't think they're gonna win. Like, I know people are probably looking at this at a more positive area. I still think that the big shot elves, like we saw how these guys were. We saw Droit and Ekra, a pretty dangerous combination with their magic, as well as Rave. Like, I just see some of like the big shots, someone like Patri, Raya, or Licht just being way too much for them. But we'll see. Like I said, them getting out with some form of. I mean, we didn't get 100% decimated. Will probably be good for them, but I still see the chances of them defeating all the elves and just kind of driving them back away, and Clover Kingdom you know just needing to fix itself back up, but unlikely. I mean, something could happen. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, as long as it's logical and consistent with the story, makes sense with their world, that'll be fine with me. But anyway, tell me in the comments what you think about, what you thought about this chapter, and what exactly do you want next? I'm really looking forward to seeing a big captain fight against some of the elves, like just the couple captains we got left in a group battle. I think that's gonna be pretty sick, especially since soon the anime is actually gonna do a episode on the flashback to when Jack and Yami fought. That's gonna be really sick. I look forward to that. But otherwise, hopefully I can get you to like the video if you enjoy this kind of content, you enjoy these reviews, and check out my channel itself. Subscribe, check out my videos, see if there's anything on there that I review that you like or are interested in. And thank you to everybody who's already subscribed. Otherwise, thank you all for listening.